Hi, I'm Jason Cameron, licensed contractor and TV host here on behalf of Forever Lawn, and I want to talk to you about a product that I'm really excited about, and that's this one right here. This synthetic turf is called Fusion, and this is 100% nylon. A lot of research and development went into the creation of this product. It's not very common that you see nylon synthetic turf in the industry. So Forever Lawn put a lot of effort into this, and they were able to design these legacy fiber blades, which is exclusive to Forever Lawn. But the really cool thing about nylon is that it's superior when it comes to wearability and durability. Nothing beats nylon. What you normally see on the market is this right here. This is polyethylene, which is almost all of your synthetic turfs are made out of. It feels great, it looks great, it's got everything you want in a great superior synthetic turf. It's made out of polyethylene. So the blades use polyethylene, which is a plastic, which is pretty common in the industry in terms of the material used to create the blades. Looks great, it's a great product. The one thing that this does that the nylon doesn't is it doesn't resist the heat. So when you get the heat reflected from the windows, these low E windows, this could melt. This happens, whether it's plastic or vinyl, it doesn't matter. That kind of heat can melt those things. So this will not resist the heat from those low E windows, as where this absolutely will. So nylon, again, Fusion, will resist the heat. It will resist the torture that comes from people walking on it. I mean, this is superior in every way in terms of the fibers themselves and what they will withstand. Huge benefit when you're putting it in a landscape that has a lot of low E windows where you get a lot of heat reflection from the sun. Will not hurt this. Now, to show you what I mean, to show you the difference between polyethylene and nylon, I'm going to use a heat gun and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I've got my digital heat gun here. I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to set this temperature. Right now it's set to 300 degrees. That's a lot hotter than what you would get from your low E windows in terms of the heat reflected off of them. But I want to accelerate this process because if it's around 200 degrees, maybe to 250, it doesn't happen immediately, but it will eventually melt the polyethylene fibers from most of your synthetic turfs on the market. So 300 degrees, I've got it set at. Watch what happens when I put it on these fibers. You can see automatically it starts to distort those fibers. They're melting. It's turning into a glob, right? You can see those fibers. They're shrinking, they're curling up, and they're basically melting. 300 degrees. Now watch when I bring it to the nylon. Nothing. Nothing at all. The resistance on the nylon is incredible. That's 300 degrees. Let's turn this up a little more. Let's take it up to 400. It's 400 degrees right now. You would not want to put this anywhere near plastic or vinyl. It would destroy it. Watch what happens again. Now look at those fibers. They're just melting. Now again, this is very accelerated. It's 400 degrees. You're not going to get that kind of temperature off your low E windows, but I want to accelerate this process, and you can see them just melt. Now look at the nylon. 400 degrees, I'm right over the top of those fibers. Nothing. That is a lot more than you will ever get from low E windows, but it's not even touching the nylon. It's not distorting it, not melting it, nothing. Watch when I go 400 on the polyethylene though. Look at that. Completely melts it. You've got a melted blob right here. That's 400 degrees. 400 over here on the nylon, nothing. Major difference. So if I'm putting in a new house with a lot of low E windows where you know you're going to get a lot of heat reflected, this is what you want. I wanted to show you what I was talking about in terms of the reflection you get from low E windows. Now, I don't want to deter anybody from buying this product because this is one of their more popular landscape products. It's a beautiful product. It's well made. It's a great product. It's not going to be affected just by sunlight alone. Sunlight alone will not affect this in that way. It's when you get the reflection. That's what we're talking about here. The reflection you get from low E windows, the heat from the sun, when it's reflected, when you get that 200 plus degrees, that's what can melt products like this, the polyethylene, the fiber they use to make this product. So that's where the nylon really comes in. So Forever Lawn has you covered. It's grass without limits. No matter what situation you have, if it's dogs, if it's a playground, if it's a landscape, they've got what you need. But when it comes to areas by windows, by a lot of low E windows where you get in the reflection, the heat reflection, this is the product you want to look at, Fusion. But whatever you need, Forever Lawn's got you covered.